up, guys? Justin at Empire Music, empiremusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And in case you can't tell, I'm very happy today. We have a new product launch. This is the Empire 59 Transition Strat. This is something I have been working on for the better part of 2 years with the Fender Custom Shop, just trying to get everything just right on these guitars. Trial and error, prototyping, and I could not be more happy with how these turned out. So I'm going to get into it in a second. Before I do, I just want to remind you, full specs on these guitars and everything we sell are on the website. So go there, you can check these out. Photos by serial number, full pro setup on our instruments before they ship to you. And lastly, we take trades even on the new stuff like the Empire 59 Transition Strat. So if you have a trade, go to the website or give us a call, 412-343-5299. We'll get your information, we'll send you a prepaid shipping label, and we'll get you the right guitar. So here we go. Empire 59 Transition Strat, as the name would entail. These are really inspired by the year of 1959, which, you know, if you know your guitar history, 59 was a remarkable year for guitars. Not just with Fender, but broadly, guitar makers were keeping up with the music of the times, demands of the musicians of the times. And in the case of Fender, we start to see material substitutions. We see different neck profiles. We see really bringing the instrument forward in time. The Strat was already there. It was firmly rooted in what it was, but now we are reaching a level of refinement that really carries over to today's instruments. So 59 is a really remarkable year, not just because of the features, but really the spirit of innovation in those years in keeping up with the demands of musicians. So in that spirit, I really kind of embrace that spirit to bring these guitars. We're looking for a guitar with really awesome feel, and that is one thing that exceeded my expectations on these instruments. And we'll talk about the neck in a second and what makes it so special. Wanted a guitar that really sounds unique and fits a niche that is not currently out there in Fender's lineup. So we nailed that through prototyping, gosh, I don't know, 5 or 6 different sets of pickups to get them just right. So let's get into it. The nitty-gritty, the nuts and bolts. The neck. I'd like to start here because I've been a long-time Strat player. I picked up my first Strat in high school, bought it off of a classmate in maybe around 99 or 2000. And that guitar has remained with me throughout my playing career at this point. And a Strat, you know, the versatility of the instrument, the sound, the look is just something I always come back to. And the feel. And one thing I wanted to get right on this guitar was nailing a feel that feels broken in. So we have a 59C, an Empire 59C. What is that? Well, if you look on the shop floor traveler of these guitars, you'll see that it's based on a 60s oval C. What we did with that 60s oval C was we gave it rolled edges, which I cannot understate how much I enjoy that. That makes the broken in feel right there. Even on the NOS guitars, it feels like an old friend. As we go up the neck, though, on this guitar compared to a 60s oval C, like what you would see on our Empire 67 Strats, it tapers a little bit thicker. Not much, but just enough. We add about 0.02 inches up to the 12th fret. So it starts at a 0.79 down at the first position, and we get up at the 12th fret to a 0.95. And what does that do? Well, it still retains that sleek, fast quality, but as we go up, it gives you a little more material under your hands. You still have that nice kind of pivot point in the middle of the neck. It kind of pays homage to the necks of the 50s without going full bore 50s. And I think that one thing in this build, what we really tried to do is take all of my knowledge about Strats from over the years, and really all of the knowledge that from sales and customer experience with these instruments, and distill all of that into something usable for everybody. This is a neck that anybody could play. It's going to give you, again, just a little more meat up top, but it's still plenty sleek. It's still plenty fast. 7 1/4 to 9.5 radius, which is for me such a sweet spot. Nice and round in the first position, flattens out a little bit as you get up top, a little more room for big bends. And maybe the most important thing visually is this quarter sawn roasted maple neck, which is just one thing that we see on instruments time and time again, and you see it on Anthony's 58 P basses, is that, you know, the stability of a quarter sawn roasted neck just can't be, you can't argue with that. It's just the most stable neck out there. But looks wise, we get that deep medium tint on these, which when you combine that with various finishes, it just looks killer. Very high end feel, very high end look. I can't overstate just how broken in these necks feel. Tall, narrow frets, bone nut, classic tuners, just a really cool looking guitar. We did these both ways. So in the spirit of 59, we have a one-piece maple neck, and we will also be doing in this series, as you see on the Burgundy Mist Metallic here, a 3A dark rosewood board. So we're giving you both options within this line. It's a beautiful finish, by the way. Burgundy Mist Metallic is one of those finishes that over time, me as a guitarist, I have just fallen in love with. I can't wait to see this with a roasted maple board. It's gonna look killer. And we're doing these guitars in all different finish packages. So the ones in the video here, Journeyman finish. We have a Faded Age Daphne Blue here, the Burgundy Mist Metallic. Everything out of the gate, we're gonna have very similar plastic. So in playing in that 59 space, we have really a lot of options. We can go single ply guard, we can go 3-ply guard, we can go rosewood, we can go maple. It's a really great kind of sandbox to play in spec guitars. So let's get into pickups. The pickups on these were designed over, like I alluded to earlier, maybe 5, 6 iterations. And what we were chasing on these pickups was a more 50s leaning tone without getting the ice pick over the top shrill Strat sound. So we wanted very present highs. We wanted the tight lows that 50s style pickups are known for, but we wanted to tame these pickups a little bit. So underwound them in the process, which that was a very important decision, because underwound pickups to me are the most responsive pickups. There are hotter pickups out there on the market. These are going to come in at like 5.6 K in the neck in the middle, 5.9, just under 6 in the bridge. That was another thing, just getting the calibration right between all 3 pickups and just making sure everything worked perfectly. So true to a 50 style pickup, I'm going to compare these to our 67 Strat, which is another very popular line of guitars that we do here at Empire. A 60s pickup has a little more mid-range to it, a little wider bass response. The pickups on this, the 59 hand wounds, are going to give you a much more defined low. So defined bass, really tight low end response, and slightly scooped mids. So very present highs, not overly shrill. Again, that was very important in making this. Really wanted a pickup that sounded worn in and kind of has stood the test of time, like a broken in sounding 50s pickup. And I could not be happier with how these turned out. You'll hear them in a second. I'll play them with some overdrive. They sound fantastic. Half blend knob. On the lower tone is a half blend, so extra important, I think, when you have maybe a brighter sounding pickup, especially in the bridge, to be able to blend a little bit of that neck pickup in there. And then you're, as opposed to the full blend, which we have on our 67 Strats, this is a half blender. So when you're in the bridge position, you can blend in the neck. Same with the middle, you can still blend in the neck. When you're in the neck position, there's no blend feature activated. So me as a player, that's my preferred go-to setup, because if I'm in a blended situation down here. Say I'm playing the bridge pickup, I have the neck blended in, and I want to switch to the neck pickup. On a full blender, it would still be blended. On a half blender, it's not blended. So I have the neck pickup on this sounds killer by itself. I found no need to really tame it down. Sometimes the bridge pickup on a Strat is the one area where you might want to roll in a little bit of warmth. So gave you that option on this guitar. Tone saver inside, so a treble bleed, so it'll retain your tone as you roll down the volume. And a few other quick hits that were very important to me. Super contoured body, which is great. Some of the biggies. Contoured heel. So again, not a true 59 spec, but just something that is one of those player-centric features that will allow for expanded playability and comfort. And maybe most of all, our service department will applaud this decision, a top adjust truss rod, which, you know, for those of us that maybe do our own setups or maybe need to make an adjustment on the fly, having a biflex top adjust was very important to me, as opposed to the heel adjust where you have to take the neck off the guitar to adjust it. Also a thin nitro finish on this guitar, so it allows that wood to breathe a little bit more. It'll wear a little faster over time. And man, all these things, just in my opinion, this is one of the most perfect sounding feeling Strats, especially in a 50s style guitar that I have ever played. And I mean that honestly. The feel, the sound, again, can't overstate it. Full specs will be on the website on this. And out of the gate, we have a lot of different finishes, most of them vintage inspired. As time rolls on over the next year, we have orders placed. You're going to see a lot of these come through Empire, various finishes, not just your tried and true vintage finishes, but some maybe more modern finishes as well. So let me know what you think in the comments about these two guitars. Go to the website though, check out all the finishes we got in Fiesta Reds, Black. There is a two-tone that is just smoking out of the gate, so go check them all out. All right, let me talk signal chain here real quick. Guitar is going into the Benson preamp pedal, which is one of my favorite new things we're stocking here at Empire Music. It gives it just a little bit of edge, a little bit of hair before it goes into the amp. The amp is a Milkman 10-watt pint, which is a 6v6 10-watt amp. It sounds killer. Both of those in conjunction are going to give us just a little bit of breakup, not much, and then we'll hear it with a little more breakup here. So neck pickup. Just killer sounding neck pickup. Say it in videos all the time. The neck pickup is where I live on a Stratocaster. I know a lot of players do. That to me is just a really useful sound. It's got a lot of definition. It's got that tight low end, slightly scooped mid, not overly harsh on the highs. Let's hear a little bit of the quacky sound. This to me, just killer sounding. So that vocal quality that you get in that position on a Strat, and you get that on every Strat, but depending on the pickup magnets, these are Alnico 5, depending on the magnets and the wind of the pickup, that will determine a lot of that kind of vocal quality that I like a lot, especially for funkier stuff. It just sounds good. Can roll off the volume a little bit in that position, and here kind of cleans up a little bit there too, which is nice. another favorite position. Let me jump down to the bridge. I'm not going to play them all here, but I just want to give you an overall taste of the instrument. Bridge pickup on a Strat can be a polarizing pickup position. Sometimes it doesn't have enough body or, just definition. Maybe definition is the wrong word, but body to really kind of give you what you want. It's wound a little bit hotter than the other pickups, of course. And, as those blended a little bit. Here's full open unblended. And as I blend in the neck pickup, we get what I think is for me, a more usable tone in a lot of situations. Let's go full blend here, and you'll hear full incorporation of the bridge and the neck. So you get that pop, you get that upfront just attack, it's nasty sounding. Love the scoop mids on that. I think it sounds killer. All right, let's kick on some overdrive here. This is a JHS Moonshine, which is gonna kick the mids a little bit, give us a little more gain. Let's start with this bridge pickup here, fully open. And that to me is a sound that I love right there. That neck pickup sounds killer with the overdrive. One thing about pickups with an output like this, especially with the mid scooped, is as we add more gain to this signal, compared to other pickups that have more mid-range present, it's going to maybe lose definition a little bit more. But at this level where you have just maybe a lower to moderate gain, I mean, the things just sound fantastic. A lot of definition still, a lot of clarity. If we were to keep adding gain to this, we'll start to lose that definition. But with certain pedals like fuzzes, that to me is another great place where pickups like this can shine. One more position. Let's hear an in between. So here's a position 4. And really responsive, so not digging in much at all. Dig in a little bit more. So really responsive, and that's what we were going for with this particular guitar. And it really rounds out the Empire guitar collection very nicely. It's a good counterpoint to the Empire 67 Strat. So if you're a player that's looking for a guitar that is capable of maybe more aggressive tones or has a little bit more mid-range, look to the Empire 67. It's kind of a little different feel to it. The feel of these, again, cannot overstate it. These feel amazing. Super responsive pickups, tight lows, scoop mids. I'm very proud of these guitars. All right, the Empire 59 Transition Strat. These guitars were a lot of fun to spec. Glad we got it to the finish line. It took a good amount of trial and error to get it just right. But in the end, we ended up with these super responsive pickups, this feel that I haven't felt on any other custom shop. The build quality is amazing. Fender Custom Shop, I would say, has really, over the course of the last year, Anthony has noticed it. I have noticed that they have upped their game in terms of finishing and quality and just overall good feel. And this guitar just really hits the mark. If you have questions about this guitar, please reach out to me directly, justin@empiremusic.com. Feel free to give me a shout, 412-343-5299. Glad to talk through these guitars or any other custom Fenders that we sell here at Empire Music. Thank you so much.